Lancaster, Lima, November, Sierra.
The way you're holding it, I think.
Ground Skyline 140, Charlie, Tango Alpha.
Caldwell, ground 7,
Just a second, I can't hear you.
number 90380 Alpha at Airfleet with Information Hotel requesting taxi for departure for the Skyline route towards Teterboro.
Alright, check, you hear me?
Yeah, do you hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
I thought I...
Hey, November 140, Charlie,
Can we
Tango,
talk
Caldwell.
about
Yeah, it's only when I'm pressing a button, or you're pressing a button.
I thought I felt some breeze.
Yeah, no, that's...
0 Charlie Tango, taxi to ramp straight heavy.
Let's just start starting up, that's all good.
I thought I felt a breeze coming in.
Here, I had my window open.
Oh.
So that was probably what it was.
Okay.
Just kind of swirling around.
Okay. Scared me. I was like, oh no, there's a hole in my side of the plane somewhere.
Nah, you're
Yeah,
good.
7 Mike Pop, continue taxiing across runway 28 Pop.
So we're all good, now let's...
Continue across against 10 to 87 Mike Pop.
The weather...
Hi.
Ground Airport 1, holding shoulder Bravo, west of Bravo Tango.
Where are we at? 1, 2, 1.
141 Caldwell ground, proceed to the ramp via Bravo, cross runway 22 Bravo.
Back to the ramp via Bravo, crossing 22 for Airport 1.
2 and 28. Traffic advisories, northbound high left runway 23, approach use, advised maintain via Florida below 1,500 feet. Traffic past the northwest Caldwell thing through 2,000 feet. Nose to airman, crane.
Got
19 here, Alpha, Caldwell ground, say again. 44 feet, MSR 170 feet.
At Airfleet with hotel requesting taxi for departure on the Skyline route towards
Please give us a
Teterboro.
call inbound at least 10 miles out. Address, weather information, first area available on high westward flight service frequencies. Advise them to contact you at Information Hotel.
Alright, Information Hotel. Let me get the beginning of that.
Skog, Ace here, Alpha runway 22 at November, taxi Alpha November. 1553 Zulu, 1 variable 4,
Is that full length possible for 22 for 8 Alpha?
2000, temperature 9, dew point -2.
Skog, Ace here, Alpha, say again.
Localizer runway
Is 22 full length possible for 8 Alpha?
Skog, Ace here, Alpha, negative is IFR waiting for full length. Left runway 23, approach use.
Roger, 22 at November, taxi via Alpha November for 8 Alpha.
Why don't you put your sunglasses on?
Because it's easier to see these without sunglasses.
With hotel ready for taxi to the southwest, transition westbound.
Stand by.
Radar at Caldwell is out of service. Please give us a call inbound at least 10 miles out. Address, weather, 566 Caldwell ground.
Alright.
Runway 22 at November, taxi via Alpha November.
Runway 22 at November, taxi Alpha November.
Alright, we're good. So we're going to just go north and go from there.
Okay.
No particular direct plan, just see how things go for beginning.
Okay. Do we do anything?
Skog, A Pop Tango, have
You can do whatever you want,
cleared.
that's fine. So I'll put that, it's easier there to get out of your face. For now.
A Pop Tango, you're cleared to Lancaster Airport via after departure turn left to a heading of 180.
Give me a second, I gotta
expect
call for
radar vector Solberg, Dennis filed. Climb maintain 2000, expect 6000, 10 minutes.
So I'll show you, if you ever need
Departure
to talk,
frequency
there's a button
119.2,
out there, you can just press and hold that, it's push to talk.
On here?
Yeah, if you feel it, just press and hold it if you need to.
Cleared to Lancaster.
That little tiny thing?
Yep.
Left turn heading 180, then radar vectors, then is filed. Salzburg, then is filed. 2000, 6000, 10 minutes after. 119.2, and we'll get our transponder code on release. A Papa Tango, read back, correct, advise, and ready, taxi with the current A's. We'll go, A Papa Tango.
That thing's supposed to be like that?
Yep, yeah, that's fine.
Caldwell
I
ground.
normally connect at the back, but I couldn't get it to connect that well, so you'll listen to the
Request
just fine.
taxi to the north
Fall off on
from
me?
air.
No, we won't accelerate that fast.
Okay.
Skyhawk 52290, Caldwell ground, runway 28, taxi Alpha November.
28 via Alpha November with hotel.
Thank you for that.
Caldwell ground, Skyhawk November
Gotta jump in.
1493 Echo, 1 Century near Bravo, taxi for northwest departure with Information Hotel.
Skyhawk 1493 Echo, Caldwell ground, runway 28, taxi via November.
Runway 2A, taxi via November, 93 Echo.
Caldwell ground, Skyhawk 272 Lima Papa at Airfleet with hotel taxiing, we want to request taxi VFR northbound.
Skyhawk 272 Lima Papa, Caldwell ground, runway 28, taxi via Alpha November, follow company traffic just past behind you.
28 via Alpha November, and we'll follow the traffic, 272 Lima Papa.
Alright. Okay. So now we're going to go forward. I'm going to check the brakes as we move forward just to make sure. Yep, brakes are good. Alright. And we're up. Taxiing. and we're gonna follow them.
Ground, Skyhawk 108 Pop Tango, ready to taxi at Central.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hotel.
No, you're safe. You can push it down if you need to. It's seriously, even if you lifted it up, it wouldn't open. It's not gonna like spring open.
Dive 108 Papa Tango, runway 22 full length. Taxi via hotel, use caution hotel is uncontrolled and hold short of November.
Alright, 22 full length, taxi via hotel, and hold short of 22 and 4. 8 Papa Tango.
You want to try to steer for a second?
Hold short of November on hotel.
Not yet.
November on hotel.
Because you use your feet, it's kind of funny.
Hard for me to see up over this. My upper body plus that thing. My
Oh,
upper
yeah, we can move this. That's fine.
I can put it on my lap.
Yeah, or we can
Is
just.
that okay?
You can just set it in the back. It's fine.
Did you see what I did?
No.
Oh boy.
What?
I want to make sure I put it in the right spot.
Yeah, that's fine. No, you're good. It's all good. All right. Now, how come you pulled up right there? Okay, fine. Normally,
That's where I put it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not a big deal.
It's not going to slip down and fuck up.
No, it's not critical. It just helps to show the traffic. But if we don't have it, we use our eyes anyway. So it's all fine.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. No problem. No worries. I'll let you know if anything's important. All right.
Oh, we're going before him?
No, we're just lining up. We need to pull up here and then do a little run up to make sure everything's looking good. All right. Flight controls.
Oh! Whoa.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold on. I'm
Color grind.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I'm gonna do flight control. So we checked that everything's good. Left, right, forward, backwards.
Hey, but remember,
Up,
you
down.
got my legs here.
Yeah,
You keep doing that, and I bump.
You can stretch your legs out forward. You won't bother those.
Caldwell
You just did it
ground.
though, huh?
Runway
Sorry.
28, taxi via Bravo Papa November.
I guess.
Taxi via Bravo Papa November 169.
Boy.
Jack 8 Papa Tango, just remain my frequency until I get you across.
Papa Tango.
Right mag. Left mag's good. Back to full. Green. That's good. Pressure's good. Oil pressure's good. Good. Alright. Make sure our compass is set correctly. We're at 10 degrees. Alright. Switch over to
1821, this is logo, thank you.
Wind 1206.
Good, takeoff flap set. Transponder's good. Alright, I think we're ready to go. We'll pull up, we'll call for taxi.
We don't have to wait for that guy?
No, wait, first come, first serve.
Hear me.
Yeah, I can hear, yeah, that's fine. Okay. So we're taking off runway 28.
6 Charlie Hotel, left on Delta ground point 9.
Left on Delta ground 816 Charlie Hotel.
Alright, so we listened in for 272 Lima Papa if they say something and you don't talk, and also for the first maybe minute or two after takeoff. Just to stay a little quiet, unless you have something, you see something important, say it obviously.
Caldwell Tower, Skyhawk 272 Lima Papa, runway 28, ready for departure VFR northbound.
Skyhawk 272 Lima Papa Caldwell Tower, wind 1507, runway 28, cliff takeoff, port passing Boonton Reservoir on your way out.
Cliff takeoff runway 28, report passing Boonton on the northbound, 272 Lima Papa.
Alright. No one's on base, we're clear. Runway's clear. Alright. Line up on the center line here. We're good. Alright. Ready? Go. Good, airspeed's live. Alright, 55. We're flying.
Caldwell Tower, Cessna 52290, holding short, runway 28 at November. Ready for takeoff to the north.
Baron 517, Mike Papa, Caldwell Tower, wind 109 runway 22 full length, clear for takeoff.
Runway 22 full length, clear to go. Turn 7 Mike Pop.
Alright, we're just going to turn northbound here. Do this for now, 330. Alright, gonna level off at 1500. You can talk now if you have anything to say. We're good.
Baron 7 Mike Papa, contact near departure 119.2, stay flight.
Over to departure, 7 Mike Pop, next turn. Go on.
There's the vents here. You can twist open and close if you need to.
52290, holding short, runway 28 at November, heading to the north.
Sky 52290, Caldwell Tower, wind 108, runway 28, clear for takeoff, port pass and Lincoln Park Airport on your way out.
52290, receive 28, departure. We'll report down to Lincoln Park, 52290.
Alright, we're past Morristown. We're climbing up to 2500. That little airport right there is Lincoln Park Airport. You see the little runway there?
I don't see it.
So you see those the big silver buildings, and then there's a...
Oh, over there?
Yeah, just
Oh.
like at 2 o'clock or something.
Holding short of 22 on
What's Lincoln Park?
It's a little airport.
Sky
Hello, City.
1 Tango Caldwell Tower, hold short of runway 22, awaiting line fire release, squawk 4205.
Holding short of 22, squawk 42058, Papa Tango.
You did a good takeoff, hon.
It was good?
Yeah, it was a good one. Very good.
Runway 28, ready for departure. Northwest.
A few little bumps, we're not too bad.
For takeoff?
I meant as we're cruising.
Caldwell Tower, wind 108, runway 28, clear for takeoff, port pass and Booten Reservoir.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28, 93 Echo.
And we'll report on to Caldwell Tower, 272 Lima Papa, just passing Boone Reservoir.
Sky Hawk 2 Lima Papa, free change approved, safe flight.
Have a good day, see you in 2 minutes, 272 Lima Papa.
Few minutes.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
Hey, we're staying out longer than a few minutes after all that, aren't we?
Alright. Keep climbing up to 2500 here. So we're still underneath, the New York has this thing called Class Bravo airspace, which is above us from 3,000 feet up to 7 or something.
Wait, we're in New York now?
No, the New York City airspace. We will be going to New York, it's not too far away from here. But usually on this you climb it, you stay at 2,500, so you're 500 feet below, and you're not, at risk of accidentally going into it. Because you can't enter that without explicit permission. Like they need to actually say cleared into the Class Bravo.
Why does that thing say low fuel? I just saw that.
Yeah, no, it's this happens sometimes with the Cessnas, it's not low fuel. It's the, no, we're good. Sometimes when the tanks are full, the thing kind of registers, it goes between full and empty just because the thing gets sort of stuck and doesn't register. I checked the fuel visually, and I saw it full, so...
Plus, he filled it up. Wasn't that when he filled it up with?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's completely, that's fine. I'm watching it here. See, the left one's staying steady, the right one just kind of
Caldwell
bouncing.
Tower, fly southeastbound, join a 7-mile final for runway 22, report established.
We'll call 7-mile final for 22, Tower, experimental 8416 Tango, holding short 28 at November for northwest departure.
Is it weird for you to fly with more weight in the plane?
Charles 8.
Oh no, you're used to an instructor.
Yeah, I've had a few. Yeah.
Hopefully I'm not weighing too much more than an
No,
instructor.
no. And plus I'm, you know, I've flown with Kyle a few times, and he's a big boy.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Does he bump into you while you're trying to...
No, he usually sits kind of back like that.
Ah,
I
okay.
mean, he's pretty good about staying out of the way, but yeah, he's the chief pilot.
He's a big bubba?
Yeah. All right, so we're clear, so I can tell visually because we're even with that reservoir over there. That means we're outside of the Newark airspace, and plus on my map it tells me as well.
That's not a lake? Or what is? That's
It's a Wanacue reservoir. It's a lake, but it's a water reservoir as well, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Just a few bumps.
Okay. Sorry.
Sometimes over these hills you get a little bit, but it's all good. So we're gonna climb up a little bit, maybe see if we can find a little bit of smoother air. All right. Level full.
I don't even know how you can look in front, because it's like almost, like honestly, for me, I can only see like the blue. I can't see any of the ground.
So you can pull forward a little bit if you want.
I don't want my knees bumping into that.
Okay. Well, if you stretch, okay.
You bumped them before, so it makes me nervous now.
Well, that's only if I'm doing like I won't bump into you in normal flight. So
What about when we land? Won't you have to pull it back?
yeah, but not that much. So there's a little, where is it?
Hey,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I was trying. There's a little spinny knob on your seat that you can crank up and down to go up and raise and lower. I'm not sure whether it should be a little handle that you can crank up and down.
Test rock, India current call 730.
I can't fit my hands between. Oh!
All good.
I'm not doing anything. Fine, sorry.
It's all right. We're all good. Just a few little bumps. All right.
Oh,
Altitude.
why does it do that?
Because someone has the this set on. The autopilot altitude is set.
Oh.
Altitude.
Skyhawk 9
Don't they know that everybody hears that beep, beep, beep loud in their ears?
Yeah. Let me see if I can.
Wait, don't worry about it. Can I fix my thingy so they're not as loud?
Yeah, maybe. Also,
Oh, I see what this does.
you can adjust either side one way or the other. I'll keep talking so you can make sure you can still hear me.
I love how you're like, I'll keep talking so you can make sure you hear me, and then you literally don't.
No, because also I need to drop down a little bit, so we're good. I'm talking. Is the volume good for you? Check.
Papa Delta, the information for southbound
Can
departure.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
I
you.
couldn't hear myself.
Okay. Yeah, you need to make sure you can hear yourself when you talk.
Okay, test,
And then-
test.
That's good. Check.
Test.
Test. Testes. Testicles.
Never mind. I'll just
All right.
leave them all. Ooh.
But here, we can turn down the radio a little bit so we don't have to hear the control tower. We're not going to be talking to anyone for a few minutes anyway until they come back for now on this flight, at least.
Just whoever is doing that high pitch thing.
The beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's our thing. That's the autopilot. Someone said 4,500 in the autopilot. It's off, but when you get 1,000 feet, it tells you that you're, getting close to the altitude that you set.
Right.
That's all that beeping was.
Okay.
All right. We'll level off here at 3,500. Cruise along. I think we get over the onion fields up here past these hills, maybe get a little bit smoother. We'll see. If not, it's a little bit past the fall color. Oh, this tree's a little
Brown.
low brown.
Can you hear me like this? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Before I had it like almost to right against my lips.
Yeah. Good.
I don't know where all those other planes went. I don't even see anybody.
They kind of, it's a big sky, which is,
Although it's sort of hazy out there.
yeah, up in the distance, sometimes you get a little haze. And then if you get really high, like in the high hour altitudes, the haze will go away pretty.
Oh, there's a plane.
Oh, yeah, I see him. I just saw him on the,
Jeez, he came in fast.
Yeah.
Wow. He's coming in fast. Is that how fast we're going?
Yeah.
Oh, bird!
Yeah.
Tom, they were up here then, weren't they?
Yeah,
What are
very
birds going way up here?
Hunting, circling.
Bad boys.
Yeah, stay
Is our
away.
plane going as fast as that one was?
He was probably a little faster than us.
He seemed fast.
I mean, well, obviously the closing speed, it's like our speed plus his speed is the speed that you're seeing, right? We're doing 105 knots, which is like 120 miles an hour,
Okay.
something like that. Yeah, I saw him on the little thing, but it's funny, like, we didn't see him till he was right there,
Yeah.
right? So it's funny sometimes if they're coming, which is,
I guess I better sit up.
yeah, no, you're good.
I don't know how to find that thingy. I wonder if people use booster seats in. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
sometimes. No, it'll be in the front. It's a handle that'll stick out and you crank it.
Oh, it's in the front?
Yeah, it might be in the front right. I'm not sure on the passenger seat.
No, I don't feel it.
Okay.
Should've did it before we took off. I'll just sit at attention.
Do you wanna try to fly a little bit?
No.
Okay,
Well, alright, I'll do it.
that's fine. So here we go. I'll control the pedals and if we have to do up there.
But what do the pedals do, right and left?
So the pedals make the nose swing left and right. And normally you only worry about those when you're turning. Like when you do turns, you want to put in the rudders because otherwise the plane kind of swoops out. Like here. So I'll show you a little bit.
No!
Okay. No, you're good.
Come on,
No,
remember we talked about
there was
this.
nothing scary. I was just going to show you the pedals kind of make the nose swing a little bit. And you kind of feel your butt go side to side. But that's the wind, so. All right. So here, it's best to just use one hand. Otherwise, you grip it too much. It's best to just kind of use one hand.
I don't think I want to do it.
Okay.
You're making me nervous.
All right.
I don't think I want to. I don't even know what it would do.
Nothing. It's just so you know how it feels to fly. It's seriously.
Alright, I felt it.
Okay.
Alright, I have my fingers on it.
All right. So you're good.
But you said it's not doing right and left, it's doing up and down? Is this doing up and down?
Yeah. If you push forward, you'll make the nose. You'll push the nose down. If you pull backwards, the nose will go up.
Are we going up right now?
We're going up a little bit. Yeah.
Now are we leveling off?
Yeah. Now we're pushing. Now we're going down a little bit. Now we're starting to descend a little
Oh,
bit.
can you take over, please?
Yeah, we're good. There's no danger there. We weren't going up or down very far or fast. All right, so there's a monument up there, and the Delaware River runs behind that. So let's head over there and have a look.
Are we still in New Jersey?
I think we might be in. I'm not sure. I think this is still New Jersey. Yes.
Alright.
The New York State Line's right up over there somewhere.
Okay.
Because that monument is actually, I think, technically New Jersey.
So that, your thingy tells you if there's planes coming? Too?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
not all planes, but most planes. Planes that have a certain type of system in them
Oh,
to transmit. But most planes around here should have that.
okay.
But you still need to pay attention outside.
Right.
So there's another little airport, that's Sussex Airport down there.
Okay.
Yeah. We've landed there a couple times. They do skydiving in this area sometimes.
Oh, wow. How do they make sure planes aren't going by when they're doing sky?
They
Having
usually
people jump out.
they announce 122.7. Let me double check here. We're not that close to it, but just in case.
So what, the skydiver?
Yeah.
Southwest, last call for command.
You prefer not having the ones that cover your whole ear?
Yeah, well, it's nice in the summer, and plus your sunglasses don't like break the seal if you're wearing sunglasses around your ears. You don't get the pressure as well. So. So the frequency I'm on here, 122.7. That's the one for this airport, and also a few other airports in the area. So you might hear, and it's not controlled. There's no ATC on this. It's just all the pilots talking to each other.
So now you don't hear our airport anymore?
No.
Okay. Hey, when that low fuel thing comes on for real, how much fuel do you have left?
I don't know, probably half an hour,
Well, that might be something that'd be worth knowing. I don't know, half hour.
No, I always check the gauges, and I'm never gonna fly with anything, but like, I'm never gonna go towards even touching actually having low fuel.
I don't like that thing does that. That's nerve-wracking. Especially when it's the first thing you see when you're like finally stable up and it's like, no fuel! You're like, oh shit. But, like honestly I wasn't worried since I literally saw the guy put fuel in. I didn't see anything leaking, so I wasn't worried. But if that guy hadn't filled it up, then I would have been worried. Which is normal if you see flashing fuel and you're up in the air for the first time. Some of this part is not very pretty, is it? With all the browns. And the waters will all look black. I can't believe how fast that one plane came by. It was fast. How close are they allowed to get to you?
You're supposed to just stay away from each other. I don't.
Was he far like the normal away?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't in any big risk. I mean, we were both looking out for each other, so. So this up here is technically the highest point in New Jersey, I believe. That's why they have that monument there.
Oh, okay.
And you can see the ridge line going that way is kind of cool to see out towards Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Heritage lands now, mile and a half for 28, low approach on.
Oh, the Poconos?
Yeah, well, and then further in distance, I think, with the Poconos. I don't know if we can really see those that well from here. So I'm listening to the New York radar approach frequency, just in case there's anyone talking about anything.
Okay.
It might occasionally get kind of chatty, but we can ignore most of it. They're never going to be talking directly to us since I didn't check in with them, but I just do that sometimes for awareness.
Okay.
Actually, wrong one, 127. There we go.
127 or 122.70?
So this is the active frequency. So the way the radios work is the outer knob turns the big number and the inner knob turns the small one. And then after you tune it, you press this button to make that one active.
Alright. Is one of these for our home one?
No, it's not set up for a home one. The home one is 119.8. That's for the airport we're going back to.
Mike, you can go over to deposit now, 119.2. Have a nice day. Tell me you got the traffic concern.
Roger, 119.2, 55 Mike.
Also why you get these New York approaches, the New York controllers that are actually very much New York. You can go over to departure now.
And here, Sussex 1 is 2 minutes to parachutes.
Okay, thanks. 7877 Hotel, turn right, heading up 130.
See, the Sussex 1, he said Sussex 1, they're doing parachutes, so they were doing parachutes over there.
Oh.
But they usually go up to like 8,000 or 9,000 feet, well above.
November 3 Sierra Bravo, thank you very much.
Geez, that's scary if they know planes are flying around here.
Well, usually because they talk to here and they see who's in the area and that sort of thing.
But if you don't check in, they don't know you're in the area?
No, they can see, these people have radar, so they can actually see everyone.
Alright. I don't need to catch any parachuters.
Yeah, I would not want to do that either.
Have you ever seen any of them jumping while you're flying?
No, I try to stay away.
Hotel, descend and maintain 2,000.
2,000. Approach Barry 344, leveling off 4,000.
Barry 330, 344, Neon, Roger, fly heading 06.
060 for the heading, Barry 344.
877 Hotel, you full from Ping, right turn 200,
Alright,
maintain 2,000.
so I'm going to do sort of a big circle here. We'll go back past the monument and work our way back in no particular rush, but at least we'll do what we're doing. Alright.
Okay. How long do we get the plane until?
2 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we have plenty of time. I just wanted to make sure I get time to get back and do everything.
Yeah, don't rush.
New York Control 540 Charlie Foxtrot has some traffic at 1 o'clock. I'm just going to do a right-hand turn to avoid him.
Okay, he indicates 3,500. The type's unknown.
So this the Delaware River going out that way and also ahead. It kind of does this little turn
Okay, I
here.
just realized it looked a
Looks
little
muddy.
higher than he was. I got
Yeah, I think it's
You're going to 45, right?
last time I was over it wasn't as muddy. I think it may be since the winter's coming.
Yeah, he indicates 35 then.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, I see something straight ahead. Alright, I don't think it's a plane. I don't know what that is. Never mind.
Okay.
I don't know what that thing is. Is it a plane?
Tower 118.1.
Like at 12 o'clock, that shiny thing?
No, that's probably a building reflecting.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Like, yeah, that's fine. No, I'll take anything you see. Let me know. That's fine. No
Oh,
problem.
now I see a bunch. Never mind.
Air Bravo 2020.
Now that we're turning like this, I can actually see out the front. Before I usually can't see out the front very well. That's why it threw me off.
Center maintain 3,344.
Some of these places must have big grass because how bright it is. Don't you think? That looks fake.
Yeah,
Really light green.
yeah. Well, some of these are like farms and stuff, so they.
Oh,
so they
take
might,
take better care of it.
yeah. We pass over some golf courses occasionally, and those are obviously pretty bright.
Yeah. I didn't realize how many lakes and ponds there were around
Yeah,
here.
it's a bunch. It's a bunch.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye. Bye.
There's the monument there. We fly a little bit over towards it.
Okay.
Have a good look at it.
You usually fly around the monument?
Only once or twice. I've been past it a few times, but never really.
That lake's actually pretty that's by the monument.
Yeah.
That's a pretty little area, and the water doesn't look as gross as some of this other water looks. I wonder what that area is.
I don't know.
Somebody's... Oh.
Fine, just a few bumps over the bridge, or the ridge.
Do people climb to the top of that thing?
I don't know.
I bet they do. Wait, there's a lot of people there. Just if it's only... Well, there's a way to go inside it, so I wonder if you do get to the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a circle around here. Have a look at it. I'll do it to the right so you can look. All right?
All right, just watch out for stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking. We're good.
Whoop. Sometimes I cut out.
Yeah, it needs to be pretty close, otherwise it doesn't
It's
pick
actually, I can feel it on my lips.
up. Yeah, I usually have mine like touching my lips.
Although now I feel like I'm gonna have to use disinfectant once I get back to the car. Don't let me forget to tear out my lips.
All right.
Traffic inside looks like a set.
There are little windows, sort of looks like at the top, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah,
It goes all
I
the way
think
up.
we were there once a long time ago, but I don't really remember for sure now.
It's funny to see your little shadow.
Uh-huh.
It's just a tiny little thing.
Hmm.
And it's not even in the shape of a plane anymore. I could never do this. You know how I am with directions. I don't even know where all the stuff is at the casino, and I've been there how many times, and you know it.
Yeah.
I'm horrible. How can you tell how high we are up?
This one right here. So the little one is thousands, and the big one is hundreds. So we're at 3,240 or something like that.
Oh, okay. What do you usually fly at?
Usually between 25 and 4,500.
Okay.
Let's see, we're heading south, so we're going to go up to 3,500. So we're at a
Right
low altitude.
090-344.
Charlie Foxtrot, Allentown 124.45. Have a nice day.
12445.
It is nicer over here. There's more brighter green.
Yeah.
Looks better than that other area. My ear was hurting before for a second. I didn't want to tell you, but it stopped, so
Oh.
that's good.
All right, that's good. Well,
I don't know what was going on, but it was like hurting in my ear and down my side of my neck a little bit, but then it stopped, so that was good. My ears did pop when we got up too.
Yeah, I mean, we are up, you know, a couple thousand feet above the ground, so you will get a little bit, but it shouldn't. We'll descend pretty slowly anytime we come up here, so. Alright, let me, get my directions back. Here.
Is it usually hazy like that, or is it usually clear, like when you look further?
Yeah, I know this is kind of normal. I mean,
Okay.
there's a little bit of haze in the distance. It's, you know, this is pretty good visibility still. This is really, you know, it's pretty clear to
Right.
see. But you get that haze in the distance, and that'll happen sometimes in the winter. It's super clear because you get these like really cold days. It's really cold to fly. The plane flies really well because the air is denser.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be kind of chilly on those. Alright, how are we doing on? That's it, 165, yeah.
What time did we take off? Did you see?
I didn't notice exactly. 12:45 maybe.
Oh, okay.
New York approach, Archer 8289er X-ray.
And you can see that's that airport again we passed on the way out. You can see the runway at like 2 o'clock. The big, it might be there. It's about halfway up the.
Oh, right there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
That's Sussex. That's the one that has the skydivers somewhere over there. We'll stay.
Yeah,
We'll stay a few miles away from it.
So they drop them off, they jump out right over the airport?
Yeah, they come down near the airport.
Oh.
Change that right turn, heading 21.
So you don't want any other planes taking off from there either if they're doing skydiving.
Yeah, exactly.
You could turn right.
Yeah, usually they'll, you know, if you're flying in and out of there, you'll be paying a lot more attention to the stuff. All right, I'm going to switch over to get the weather again back at the home airport.
India 1653 Zulu, wind variable at 5, visibility 10, sky conditions clear below 2000, temperature 11, dew point -1, altimeter 3016, localizer runway 22 approaching you, landing runway 22, right traffic, departing runway 22, anti-rate, traffic advisory, Morristown ILS runway 23 approaching you, advise maintain VFR at below 1,500 feet, traffic passing north to west Caldwell, St. 2,000 feet. Nose to Airman Crane, 0.90 knots miles northeast, approaching runway 22, 344 feet MSL, 170 feet AGL. Caldwell
There's a plane
radar
over there.
out to service.
Okay.
You see it?
Oh yeah, he's above us. We're good. Thank you.
First area available on highway for flight 36 feet, advise on this contact.
I'm like your spotter, aren't I? It's like in Safari, the guy in the front. You're driving and I'm spotting.
Wind variable at 5, visibility
I don't know if we have any of the
the
spotters this time or not. Can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, I know you're not sure.
Landing runway 22, right traffic.
You don't even know where we're going. What are you talking about?
Traffic advisory, Morristown ILS.
Alright, hold on just a second.
Advise maintain VFR at below 1,500 feet. Traffic passing north to west Caldwell, St. 2,000 feet. Nose to Airman Crane, 0.90 knots miles northeast, approaching runway 22, 344 feet MSL, 170 feet AGL. Caldwell radar is out to service. Please report 10 miles from the field when you are inbound. As is weather information for this area available on highway for flight 36 feet. Advise on this
You see that
contact
plane?
information.
Sorry. Up above?
Oh, sorry, this information, India.
Right
Oh, yeah, I see.
53 Zulu.
India.
Oh boy.
Wind variable at 5.
Yeah, no, I see.
Okay.
Clear below 2000. Temperature 11. Dew point -1.
India.
Altimeter 3016. Localizer runway 22 approaching you. Landing runway 22. Right traffic. Departing runway.
Do you need me to
22,
shut up?
Anti-rate.
No, we're good.
Alright, just tell me so I know when not to talk.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Oh, now he's a lot more obvious because he was seen in the sun.
So he's coming into New York airspace. So he's in the spot where I can't go into unless I have permission.
Oh yeah, now I can't even see him. Oh yeah, now I see him. For a second I couldn't see him again.
I'm
Is he landing
gonna start
there?
to. Yeah, he might be landing in New York or something.
Are we landing now? Already?
No, I have to go down.
Oh, okay.
What time is it? 12:20. Let's go to the right here a little bit. We got a few more minutes.
Skyhawk 906, my apologies, looks like the diamond traffic you're following was farther out than I thought. Continue on that downwind, look for the diamond star, they're about 5 mile final now.
So there's you can see the, what do you call it, ski resort over there? You can see the trails up the mountain, maybe.
Yeah.
We have the traffic in sight.
I've seen that sometimes in the winter with actual snow on it.
Jack 906, Roger, base turner.
And you can move this down if you need to. I don't need it.
Base turn our discretion and follow Diamond for number 2, and can we make this a full stop? 906.
Jack 906, affirmative. Number 2 following the Diamond Star, wind 210, 12.15, runway 22, clear to land.
Runway 22, following the Diamond, clear to land 906.
Diamond 3 Delta Sierra.
Why don't planes have rear view mirrors?
Because you really don't, you're never gonna, you don't back up.
Right,
And it's usually not important to see what's behind you.
even if some weird freak bird's like following you in back or
A
something.
bird going 120 miles an hour?
Well, maybe there's one on the runway. What about an elephant?
Maybe. Alright, I'm gonna turn left and we're gonna circle around back a little bit.
Okay.
Jack 4 Foxtrot, Roger, for just change route.
Thank you, hold on, folks.
You can sort of make out the skyline, and we're just passing it like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the distance.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It'll be more visible when we get closer to the airport in a few minutes. That's basically the direction of the airport is back that way, but we're gonna go this way for a few minutes.
Jeez, there was a cloud that was in the shape of a plane. I'm like, a plane? No, it was a cloud.
Alpha Caldwell Tower, Diamond traffic.
Darker. It looks darker from
runway 22,
here.
runway 22 at November 6th.
Someone needs to wash the windshield. Look, this stuff.
Yeah.
Alpha.
Well, these planes fly a lot. Sometimes in the summer, if you're in the afternoon, and the windows haven't been washed in a day or two, it's like bugs. You're just like, yeah, that's fine, all right.
Oh, do you wash it or no?
You can, but you have to use special spray because this is actually plastic.
Oh.
This is what happens if you don't. If you scratch it, it just it scratches.
Yeah.
So people will normally try to take care of them, but someone happened last winter.
Are they going to try to replace it?
At some point,
Is
but
it
it's
expensive?
not. Yeah, these are actually pretty pricey.
Oh.
So maybe at some point, but I don't think it's a super important thing. So.
Yeah.
Jack 9 Kilo, Roger, next.
So I've done a lot of emergency landing practice over those fields. We would always fly to they're like onion fields or something. We'd always go over there and we'd practice the engine out. We'd come in, circle, and scare the farmers, and then go off again. We wouldn't actually land. We would get down to a couple hundred feet or something.
The farmers must know, don't they?
Yeah. There's enough of them coming out here that it's probably pretty common.
Yeah, 9 Bravo November. Vector Delta, actually about crossing the Bravo now. 3 Bravo November.
KBM 3 Bravo November, Roger, change approved, thank you.
Next group, have a good day. 3 Bravo November.
Caldwell Tower, Cessna, November 9380, Alpha, just past Teterboro, southeast, requesting full stop landing inbound with India.
That was the people that left with us other two, I think.
Oh, those two people? Oh, they're going back in?
Yep.
Flying north.
It's funny because I was like, wow, they're both taking lessons, and look how dressed up they get. They're like being a little egg couple or something. And then I saw her tell the guy, no, you get over this way, no, you're going on that. I was like, oh, it's their first time. I don't think they'll be dressing up for their next lesson. No chinos.
And if they were coming, they said we're over Teterboro, or near Teterboro. So that probably meant they did the skyline tour of that. So I want to do that with you sometime, so I think that would be fun. I've done that once or twice.
I want to do a skyline tour.
But yeah, we'll do that. I just wanted to do this as no pressure, just out and twiddling
Well,
around.
honestly, even though I was playing it up a little bit, when we took off, I wasn't all that nervous. I think it's going to be the landing, of course.
Yeah.
The takeoff, though, man, was really good.
The takeoff, the planes usually kind of want to fly. So if it's a calm day like it was, or very light winds, you just put the throttle in. You use the rudders to keep yourself straight on the runway, and then once you get up to 55, 60 knots, you just pull back a little bit, and it just goes zoom, and just takes right off. It's super easy.
It was nice.
Fly southeast, joining.
And you sort of try to reverse that on the landing.
Fly southeast, join at 7 mile final, runway 22, 7 Delta Mike.
All right, so
Tower 5260 Alpha, request transition Morristown. Mooney 6 Sierra Alpha, contact Morristown, 118.1. Good day, 6 Sierra Alpha.
all right, let's head back towards the airport.
Okay.
We got the weather. Yeah, India is the weather.
What?
You have to. They always give names for the weather.
Oh.
So the current code for the weather is India. It goes every hour. Usually there's a new weather update. That's what I listen to on that radio frequency. The guy, they just kept repeating things over and over. The recording they do. All right. So we're going to descend down to 2500, so we stay underneath the New York airspace. I mean, we're safe now, but it's better to be at a little bit below. Good, we're good. Everything's green. Gauges, yep. I'll go down a little slower to make sure your ears are alright.
I was surprised. All of a sudden I was like, oh crap. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it a tiny little bit. It's not any big deal though, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. We're not up too far, we're not going down too fast or anything, so it should be okay.
Runway 22, clear to land.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 22, 8 Alpha.
Runway 22.
7 Delta Mike, stay position.
We're over Pompton Lake, 7 Delta Mike.
Stack 7 Delta Mike, roger. Amend your instructions, you can bring it straight to the field now. You're following Cessna traffic on a 5-mile final, runway 22.
Oh, I see a plane over there.
Okay, bring it straight to the field. Follow
See it?
traffic.
At like 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11. Right, no, look where I'm pointing.
Okay.
See it? See where that cloud is? It's
Yep.
like...
I see him,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. Hey, you're good at that.
I am.
You're very good.
It's because I'm paranoid.
No, that's good. But it's funny. Like sometimes planes are like super, like, and airports are like giant airports, acres and acres of land. Sometimes you're like, where the hell's the airport?
Yeah.
You know, funny. It's funny.
Wind check.
Wind 2005, just 13.
Oh, I'm just touching you.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's okay. Hey, maybe I'm practicing for a safari. I'll be able to find stuff.
Yeah.
I believe in 2 weeks we'll be flying out there. Red eyes both ways. I still don't understand that. Oh, I don't get red eyes both ways at all.
Yeah. Oh well. And we land at like 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning.
No, it's like 10.
Oh, on the way back in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
on the way back, I don't know what time it's like.
Sky 7 Delta Mike.
That's why I told Ed that. He was like, oh, well, you can just, I'll see you on Monday then. Because I mean, it's on the way. No reason you would go to
It's
home.
Tuesday.
Oh, I thought we were landing on Monday.
We fly out on Monday,
Oh, okay.
which is
number
the
2 falling
first of
traffic now on a
December.
2-mile final. 1200.
Am I allowed to use my phone here?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's fine.
Touch and go by great traffic.
Clear touch and go, runway 22, clear, right traffic, 6777 on line.
Actually, it says Monday is the, I don't know. Monday is the 2nd of December.
So I think we leave
We
on
fly
Sunday.
out on Sunday the 1st.
All right, and I think we land early Monday morning then.
Yeah, we do.
What I should have had you do is like load up a bag full of cat litter, and we could have flown over to Bedminster where Trump is, and
Yeah,
drop that
right.
and scatter that over the golf
Get
course.
arrested. I can't even, how would I even do it? Oh, I'd open this.
Yeah, you can open the windows. I think it's very windy, but you can't open the windows up all the way to the maximum speed of the plane.
Oh. I can't get over how much water there is.
Yeah, there's a bunch of lakes up here.
There's a plane straight ahead. See it?
Nope.
You don't see it? At 12 o'clock.
Okay. Oh, yep. Crossing left to right, right to left.
Oh, there's a bird down there.
Oh, you bad boy.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
Oh, you are a bad boy.
So birds will usually, if you see you coming, they'll usually dive. So it's best if you see a bird to try to like go above them,
Okay.
because they'll usually try to go down.
Well, I just barely saw him.
Yeah.
But he was lower than us. But still, he's a bad boy.
Yeah.
Powerful, short runway 22 at November.
On my very first, on my solo flight, there were birds circling the like near the runway. I was like, dude, come on, just get the hell out of here.
Scary. Oh, there's the skyline.
Uh-huh.
That plane's still over there.
Yeah, he's above us. He's a jet in the New York airspace, so it should be no problem for us.
It's sort of hard to see, like if you're, to see right and left if your wing is down. You can't really see what's over there to see if a plane is coming.
Yeah, well, usually before you make a turn, sometimes, like if you're going to turn to the right, you'll bank the right wing up and then go just to make sure there's nothing over there.
Gotcha.
Well, there's another runway down there. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I
the
see
black
it.
one, yeah.
Yeah,
And a
that
bird
one.
up there, you bad boy.
You bad boy. You're a bad boy. Bad.
I've never landed at that runway before, but I've flown over it a bunch. And there's a little private airport on a little hill right over there. I can't see it right now either, but it's on the hill right near that reservoir.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, it's...
Landing on a hill?
Well, it's on the flat top of a hill, but...
November, runway 22 is ready for takeoff for close traffic.
New York, New York.
my kilo, Caldwell Powerful.
Tell me when you want me to stop
Yeah,
talking.
that's fine. If I hold my finger up, that means I'm going to say something or listen to something, and then
Okay.
just before we land, you know, unless you see something important. Other than that, you can talk. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's the little, see the,
Oh, I saw a bird.
okay. That's that little runway I was telling you about. Right down there, that strip. Right there, on the, looks like a road. On the mountain.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22 at November, clear for takeoff.
There's so many birds around here. They like this weather.
I guess, I don't know. I don't know why they're up here. Stay away, buddies.
What if we hit a bird? Can you save us from that?
Yeah, I would probably, it's fine.
You'd have to coast down to some road or something probably,
Yeah.
right? No birds.
It depends on where they hit. I mean, if they hit the wing, it would just be messy. If they hit the engine, they wouldn't necessarily stop it either. Probably if we hit a bird, it would just make it really, really windy in here. That would be no fun. Oh, yeah, alright, I'm going to call on the radio real quick. Colo Tower, Skyhawk 272, Lima Papa, 12 miles north, landing, full stop with India.
Skyhawk 272, Lima Papa, Caldwell Tower. Fly southeast, on a 5-mile final, runway 22.
Southeast, 5-mile final for runway 22, 272 Lima Papa. Alright.
Skyhawk 9 Mike Kilo, Cessna traffic off the departure end is southwestbound. Wind 210 at 11 go 12, runway 22 at November, clear for takeoff, make right traffic.
Alright, clear for takeoff, for 10 Mike Kilo, for runway 22 November.
You can talk again if you hear. If you hear someone say 272 Lima Papa, then, or 2 Lima Papa, then you can stop, but other than that, you can talk.
Delta Mike, departure prior to your arrival, 12011, runway 22 at November, clear.
Yep, got a few bumps.
Clear, touch and go, runway 22.
Made my video come on and just popped out of my head. Luckily I have my sunglasses on so you can't see how big my eyes are. They were like, woo!
Requesting frequency
Yeah,
change.
you get a few bumps. This is pretty standard for around here.
Foxtrot Alpha, contact 1
There's a little bit of a breeze, and that's enough to kind of chop it up.
Skyhawk Foxtrot Alpha, not sure if you copied it, free change of contact 1 8.1.
Right.
Cessna 149 west northwest. Cold traffic.
Got the brief. Seatbelt still good? All good?
Yeah.
Alright, landing's good. She said feels like low.
Caldwell Tower.
Are we landing now?
In a few minutes. I was just doing the checklist to make sure I got everything.
Okay.
All good, everything's good. Thermal landing light. For visibility. Alright, we're going to start descending down to about 1,400 feet, or 1,200 feet, which is the altitude you need to be at before you land.
Okay. What that thing is, some factory.
Yeah, that's
That's
a,
ugly.
yeah.
Wow.
And then there you can see Lincoln Airport better. Is that, there's the buildings in front and then the runway? Yeah, I was trying to point out the other direction, but it's easier to see here with the trees disappear, and suddenly there's that. Lincoln Park Airport. I've landed that, that's a shorter runway. I'm actually not allowed, because of the school's insurance, to land at runways that short unless I've got an instructor with me.
Oh.
I'm perfectly legal and able to do it on my own,
Right.
but it's whatever, the rules of the plane, the rules of the rental say no. Plane up there.
Tower Skyhawk 739, Mike Kilo is at the midfield, full stop.
Jack 9 Mike Kilo, wind 190 at 14, runway 22.
Sorry, let me set this up. This is the frequency we're going to go to after we land, but I want to make sure I have it ready. Try to be ahead of the game.
Good job, good job.
So this is the tower frequency, that's the ground frequency, and so the tower controls like in the air and on the runways, and ground controls the taxiways and handing out clearances and like that.
Gotcha.
I need to go a little bit further out, I think. That's just good.
You know what that thing is? It's got like a little sectioned off spot. 2 sectioned off spots. See it? 2 squares? In the water?
Yeah, I don't know.
Weird.
You can tell the wind's blowing this way. If you look down, it looks like we're kind of sliding.
Yeah. You're okay with it?
Yeah, you know, it's fine. Yeah, it's interesting to see because like the planes fly with the wind, and if the wind's moving across the ground, the plane's gonna go with it. But it's good because the wind's coming.
Number 2, follow Cessna traffic right base. 1250 at 5, runway 22, clear touch and go.
Right, that was
Okay, have that traffic in sight, number 2, runway 22, 7 Delta Mike.
There's Jack 7 Delta Mike, are you looking for a full stop or touch and go?
Touch and go.
Jack 7 Delta Mike, Roger 2, touch and go, runway 22.
Clear touch and go, runway 22.
So the airport we're going to is over there. It's kind of hard to see at the moment. That's where we're
Tower
gonna-
Mooney 630 Juliet, November, ready for VFR departure to the west.
Mooney calling tower, say your call sign again?
November 63 Tango Juliet.
I wonder how high up we see
Mooney
to the
63
cars
Tango
down there.
Juliet, Caldwell Tower.
We're not that far above the ground right now.
I wonder if they're all like, whoa, what's happening?
Cessna traffic right downwind to base runway 22. Runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 3 to 6
Golf
feet,
course
Juliet.
down below.
Yeah, just we're good.
Jack 7 Delta Mike, Mooney traffic departing runway 28 prior to your up.
Alright. Making sure there's
Okay,
no talking to.
Mooney traffic departing 2-8 prior to my route, 7 Delta
I
Mike.
see that guy over there, yeah. Alright, I'll talk later. Cole Tower, Skyhawk 272 Lima Papa. We're about a 4-mile final to runway 22.
Jack 2 Lima Papa, Roger. Number 2, follow Cessna traffic right base to final. Wind 240 at 4, gust 14, runway 22, clear to land.
Google land runway 2, number 2, traffic in sight, 272 Lima Papa.
Jack 9 Mike Kilo, left at Bravo.
Alright, so we're following that plane that you saw over there. We're going to sort of follow them as well. So let me...
That's where we're landing right there?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm going to slow down a little bit so we're not going to catch up to that.
To the west, inbound with India.
Mooney 963 Papa Mike, Caldwell Tower. Enter the right downwind runway 22, report midfield.
Right downwind 22, report midfield, 3 Papa Mike.
Cessna 204, stay progress.
We're on the right downwind for 22. We got that departure on 28.
Cessna 204, roger. Continue on the downwind and look for Cessna traffic on about a 3-mile final runway 22.
Look at 204.
Alright, 20 flaps. Good.
Back 2 and Papa, verify you're on about a 2-mile final now?
Affirmative, 2 and Papa.
Back 2 and Papa, roger, thank you. Still clear to land runway 22.
Clear to land runway 22, 2 and Papa.
Cessna 204, your Cessna traffic on a 2-mile final.
We got it.
Cessna 204, roger, number 2 following that traffic, wind 220 at 9er, gust 14, runway 22, cleared touch and go. After touch and go, make right traffic.
Number 2, clear touch and go, 22, right traffic, 204.
Oh, there's a helicopter. No, plane over there on the right.
Yeah, he's coming in to circle around behind us.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Mooney 3 Papa Mike, stay
There's a guy
progress.
going off over
Mike
there.
is entering a midfield right downwind for 22 without
Oh, he's got a terrible radio. Alright.
Mooney 3 Papa
Land
Mike, roger. Thank you very much. Your number 3 following Cessna traffic right downwind to base. Wind 220 at 6, gust 14, runway 22, clear to land.
Clear land number 3 Papa Mike.
Alright, flaps 30. Air mixture's good, clear. Clear to land. I can't make that one.
Back 2 and Papa, left at Delta, no delay, ground point 9er, Cessna traffic, less than 1 mile final.
Left on Delta, no delay, 7 1. 2 and Papa. But I didn't want to slam on the brakes to get to that intersection. Alright.
Caldwell Tower, Cessna 52290, reporting Lake Wanacue, Reservoir, inbound full stop.
Cessna 52290, Caldwell Tower, fly southeast on a 5-mile final runway 22.
Alright, clear the runway. Stop here and get everything set up.
Flying southeast 5-mile final.
Alright, we're over to grounds. Good, we'll put the mixture down a little bit. That's up. Off, we're good. Colo ground, Skyhawk 272 Lima Papa off of 22 at Delta, taxi to Airfleet.
Skyhawk 272 Lima Papa, call the ground, taxi to Airfleet via Papa Tango.
Papa Tango to Airfleet, 2 Lima Papa. Alright. You can talk now.
Did a good job.
That was good? It's all right?
Honestly, as we were coming down, I didn't feel scared because I saw how you were doing it. It was totally fine.
Yeah, well, if you do, you want to have like a nice stable. You don't want to be like, you know.
Yeah.
Usually,
No, you did a good job, I thought. There's a
Yeah,
guy up there is he getting ready to land too? Got that guy on
Up ahead? No, he's ready to take off.
No, they're at 11 o'clock.
Oh, maybe,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I think that's a jet going over to Newark.
Nope, you did. Good job.
Good.
Proud of ya.
But the thing, see, I still critique myself on that landing because you felt a little bit of a sort of a sideways sinking.
Yeah, no, there was bumps,
Yeah.
but it was better than some of the freaking landings I've had on big planes.
Yeah.
So I was fine with it.
Yeah. Sometimes big planes will just kind of go bam,
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was a lot smoother than that.
Papa Tango, alright, I see where we're at. That's the Mooney that was landing, that had the radio that was kind of scratchy.
Oh, boo!
He might sound fine to the tower sometimes.
Should I give him
have
a
better.
thumbs down when I say him?
It's fine.
Is this the biggest plane that you're allowed to fly? A four-seater, I mean?
No, I can fly, so legally I could fly planes up to 12,500 pounds, but they have to be below 200 horsepower.
But how many seats is that?
Yeah, I think you give 6 seats.
Oh, okay.
Some planes that are that, but you'd probably get a high performance endorsement, which is pretty easy.
Oh, that one's cute, that blue and white one. I like that one, number 3. Yep, to the left.
Yep, sorry, I was just making sure I didn't see anything. Yeah, I saw, that's good, that's a nice one. 300 Mike Echo, we can look it up and see what kind of plane it is.
Oh, that's a couple, they're getting their pictures taken. Did I tell them I took a picture of them I could send to them?
Ground 963, Papa Mike, clear of fire to the
Make sure they're not going to spread out here into
Papa Mike,
the
Caldwell ground, text
spinny bits, because that would be
November
no good.
Alpha.
Papa November Alpha for 3 Papa Mike, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too, 3 Papa Mike, thanks for the help.
Just realized I forget which slot we're in. I think it's the second one here. They were behind us to the right or behind us to the left?
They were behind us. I think you're right there where
Yeah.
those ropes are.
Yeah.
I'm 90% sure that
Yeah, I just couldn't. Sometimes
You weren't next to him, you were in
yeah, that's
back
fine.
of him.
Alright, so I'm going to turn around.
Caldwell
We
ground,
gotta
7
back it up,
Delta
or
Mike,
not,
clear
gotta
runway
push it back.
22 at Bravo, taxiing back to Airfleet.
You're probably
Alright.
happy to have me
Sorry,
because I can help you push
77
there.
Delta Mike,
Yeah.
behind the Mooney, passing right to
Alright,
left.
so we're going to lean it out, so we got to go to
Tango.
1500 for a few seconds just to make sure. I'm about to turn off the
Okay, I have that
avionics so you won't be able to hear me.
Fall behind him, and Papa Tango to the ramp. 7 Delta Mike.